All right, so we had an amazing live today. I'm just going to touch on a couple things, but we went on a 3-hour journey that if this speaks to you today, go ahead and take a look at it. I just wanted to do an abbreviated version today. So the Lord talked to me about this Exodus, and he brought me to Moses and how he called Moses via the burning bush. He heard the cries of his people. And that's when Moses enters into the plan, even though God had already told Abraham about his people being in captivity and him having to deliver them. Moses comes into it. This journey of this Exodus isn't quick, fast. It is process. It is time. It is something that it truly is a journey. The Lord had me go back in and take a look and say, okay, this is where we're going to start. Go now to where they're all settled and all established. And through that, look, I had to go through Exodus, all the Exodus. I had to go through Leviticus. I had to go through Numbers. I had to go through Deuteronomy. I had to go through Joshua. Just to be able to get them established and settled. That's how long this journey was for them to make this transition. You see, you have been in a long transition. You think you're getting ready to start exiting. No, you've been in a process of Exodus. You've been in it. But right now, you are coming to this tail end. That's why you keep getting messages over the past months. I mean, I remember talking about this over the summertime. I remember actually talking about this in like the beginning of the year, where the wilderness was over. The wilderness has been done. The work had been done. This is how long I've been talking about it. And I was probably talking about it even before it had. Because we had entered into the Exodus a long time ago. But see, understand this. The Lord was showing me that just like when you're getting ready to move out, there's a few stages that you have to go through. You got to get rid of all the furniture. You'll do a once over with the cleaning. But then there's a deep cleaning that needs to get done before you get ready to move. Now, this is a different type of intentionality, a different type of energy that you have than when you've decided that you want to move. See, you could have decided you want to move. You could say, I'm going to move now. You could be actively looking for a place to be able to stay and preparing things and getting things ready. That's totally different when your furniture is already cleared out, when you have already cleaned up, and when their deep cleaning is starting to commence. You see, you don't start moving out the furniture. You don't start doing the once over and then start doing a deep cleansing until it's time to go. See, the date's already been established and it's already upon you. You're already in so many areas moved out. You've moved out. You're actually in a process of making your exit. You don't have to look for where to go because where you go has already been established. Everything's already been set. When you're in a deep cleansing phase, the last phase, that's it. That's it. You get ready to move. This is what the Lord is showing me with this. That for many of y'all are in a deep cleansing phase. You've already done a lot of the clearing out. You've already done a lot of the cleaning, but now it's time for you to do the deep cleaning. It's that last little bit before you get ready to go. But see, this should be an indication that everything's already been set up and established. See, the date's already been set. You already know where you're going. God knows. God knows the date. God knows where you're going. It's already been established. It's already been set up for you. You've already moved in the spirit. You're already there. It's already been done. That's why you guys are sometimes challenged where you at. Because in the physical is different than where it's at in the spirit. And now God is about to line those things up. See, you're in this deep cleansing phase right now. And you got to see, the Lord is bringing things up. He's bringing things up for you to deal with. He's exposing you lightly to different things to see what's still there. Where is there still dirt? You see, God is not using you just for you. He is using you as a vessel to be able to pour through. So he needs to be able to make sure the vessel he uses is clean, because what is going to pour through the vessel, the people are going to receive. So he made it akin to a colon cleansing. He wants to be able to provide that cleansing. See, if you've had a colon cleansing before, it'll clear everything out. But see, as it clears everything out, the water may come through clear, but as it's grabbing hold of things, that water becomes real brown and real murky. So he wants that flow to be real pure and real pristine. So whatever he brings through you will come out the same way to them. He doesn't want to defile the people with the mess that still could be there. Now, the problem is that you can go through and you could clear everything out that's in. But number one, you got to maintain that cleanliness. And you might have to go back a couple times because there are things that are impacted, that have hardened on the colon lining, that is going to take time to be able to work through. So you got to go back for multiple cleansings and maintain the cleansing that's already been done. But when you do that enough, the reason how you'll know is that it's working is that the water will maintain its cleanliness, right? The flow, the purity of the flow will be there. That's what God desires to do. So he's doing that last little bit. So this comes in many forms, right? It's that last 5% that you haven't given God, or that you gave God but started taking back and didn't realize it. It's the resistance to the more that he's asking you for right now, even the little bit more. It is the lack of desire to want to do aggressively what God is telling you to do. It is still the anger and the bitterness that's there. It's all of these things that are there that are blocking his flow. And he's doing that right now because right now there's not a whole lot on the line, right? But when you are entrusted with the multitude, if he is able to bring things up and put things in your way, the enemy is able to bring things up and put things in your way right now that will hinder or impede the flow. Say he brings somebody to kick up a little dust, you get angry, you get bitter, and now you don't want to follow his word and you want to repay evil for evil. That blocks the flow. You don't want to give unto them no more. You done. That blocks the flow. You see, and the enemy will use that to send people over time, because he's so cunning and strategic in the way that he does, to completely clog the flow so you're not a vessel. So the Lord is using this last little bit of time to do this deep cleaning work because you're getting ready to go. But the fact that you're doing deep cleaning is an indication that the time is not 3 months from now, 2 months from now, but you don't start cleaning until the very end, until you already are getting ready to turn over keys. You see, there's two things that I'm going to hit really quick, and you got to watch the whole live if you want to get more. But he has revealed to the Kingdom Spouse, the Kingdom Connections, the business partnerships, the people that are in need, the new of you he formed you to. So if you don't find yourself in alignment with that and allow God to do the finished work he needs to be able to do, they're going to miss you, because they're looking for the new that God revealed to him. The same big you that God has revealed to you, he's looking for that. They're looking for that. It's looking for that. That's the first thing. Second thing, he's already done the work in them to cleanse and purify them, and has promised them very good, just like he promised you very good. If they see you as you are and you are not clean, you are still defiled, when they then move in to take in residence, right? They're going to be like, wait a minute, I don't want this, because I got to now do this finished work. I got to now clean. They don't want to have to get defiled. So he wants you to do that, because they'll pass on it and be like, God, this ain't what you showed me. So enter into partnership with God and do this last little bit, because it's time. Talk soon.